Hey, what's up, guys? Just thought I'd do another Vita port review series. I don't think anyone's done one for this, at least that I know of. It's Super Star Wars. This is a game I played a lot when I was a kid. I played this game like religiously. It's one of my favorite early Super Nintendo games. Now, the first thing you'll notice about this when you play it is that it's a very silky smooth 60 FPS. And if you played the original, I think this game came out in like 92, 93. If you ever played that version, you know that it ran at 60 FPS when it wanted to, which was not very often. Like, if there's anything going on at all, it would go down to, I don't know how slow it would get, but it had to be lower than 30. Sometimes it felt like it was like 20. Luckily, it wasn't too choppy. It was still relatively responsive. But what they did on this, I don't know if this was added as a patch or not, but you can turn the slowdown on. If you want like an absolute, authentic 1992 janky experience, you can turn it off. But by default, it's off, but you can turn it on if you want. It's got some nice options here too. Like you can have it fill up the screen. You can have borders. You can mess with the filter too. This is one of those games that I think a lot of people had when they were children, and they never actually finished. It's a pretty difficult game. I don't think I ever actually finished this game without cheats. This is not something that I played to the point of, I guess at the time, mastering, like Mega Man X and some of the other stuff I grew up with. This I kind of just like played it because it was a cool game. But even though my memory of this game is vague, the fact that it's like silky smooth 60 FPS is very surreal to me, because even when I was a kid, I recognized what frame rate and slowdown was, and there were some games on the SNES that were pretty stable, and then you had ones like this that didn't really function that well. Now, the guys that do this, they're called Code Mystics. They're actually one of the best underappreciated port studios out right now. Like, pretty much everything they do is really rock-solid port. Sometimes even, runs better than the actual version, the original source material, which is what this game is. I hope that they get more work in the future. I hear their Last Blade 2 port is pretty good too. Their ports aren't perfect, but they tend to be pretty on top-notch in terms of like getting on the fixes, the bugs and stuff, and fixing it. We get AAA games with crippling bugs and stuff that don't get fixed ever. So, gotta appreciate the port studios that go the extra mile and fix this kind of stuff. I actually haven't played this much because I bought this like I think the same day that Odin Sphere came out, and I just kind of started no-lifing that, especially when I was on the train home. But from what little I've played, the frame rate's like rock solid. There's the first level. You can see how stable the frame rate is. Like, I think I remember on the SNES version, you fought that first boss when he exploded. Any explosion in this game is pretty janky. Now, this part is kind of weird. You can notice that the frame rate is significantly slower. I guess maybe there was something in the coding where they couldn't improve the frame rate in this part, but this is a pretty minimal part of the game. There's the part where you destroy the Death Star little comm towers or whatever they are. I don't think there's that much else Mode 7 in this game. But the Mode 7 is at the same frame rate as it would be on the SNES. This isn't complaining, because the rest of the game runs so much better than the SNES version. But I wonder, like, why they were not able to get it running at 60 during that part. But who knows? It's probably some weird, I don't know, code or emulation issue. But yeah, that's Super Star Wars on the Vita. It's cross-buy with PS4. Really great port. I should also mention you get these like little save states too. This is a pretty long game if you're not speedrunning it. I remember spending like hours on playthroughs when I was little. So it's nice that you have this, although on the Vita it's not entirely necessary because you can just use sleep mode. But it's pretty nice to have on the console version. I have a game from earlier, I think. Yeah, same level. I think you only get one slot, but it's nice to have. You know, if you use your Vita for something else, you want to switch games, you can just save the game and close the app and then load something else. Really awesome port. I hope that these guys get more jobs, because you know how these classic retro game ports are. They're either perfect or they're awful. There's like very rarely a middle ground. This is one of those ports that's perfect. I mean, they even went the extra mile and they let you turn the slowdown back on if you want it back on. I can't really think of anyone else, any other port studio that's done anything really cool like that. Honestly, this game on the SNES, it slows down like probably like 75% of the time you're playing it. But if for whatever reason you want the absolute authentic, you know, emulation or whatever, you can do that. I think it's on sale for like, it's either $5 or $10. I don't know if they do sales on it often. I know that there's a voucher that you can get for all the other Star Wars games that they have in a bundle. But I recommend this one. I can't really vouch for the other ones. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.